That ball been lost forward on the floor? No, it hasn't. Emmanuel Sediabane now. Advantage in the hands of the iMPIS. Pius Mpoza on his feet and then off his feet. Releases that ball, gets back onto his feet and carries it forward. iMPIS have the advantage. The ball should be going out to the backs to make use of that free play. Daniel Wereba goes to the blind side alone, but is stopped in his tracks by Douglas Musoke. And that advantage has gone begging. Emmanuel Katuntu looked like he was going for the quick restart, but he changes his mind as he walks towards that mark. Do iMPIS go for the points? No, they don't. Gabriel Mugabe picks. He's alone, held up just short of the line. Slow set from the iMPIS. They found their way over the whitewash. Emmanuel Sediabane it should be. Yes, it is. What a try from the iMPIS. A statement of intent early on in this second half.
3, 2, 1.
And the fans now can find.
I know you very well. It's okay, it's okay. Momentum! Keep that motion! Cheers! No goal now, no goal. Come back. Why am I waiting?
Another handling error from Douglas Musoke. He's having a tough time today with that ball in hand. But as you saw earlier, iMPIS trying to gain even more momentum in this game. Both in that collision and contact area. And the Buffaloes, seeing that iMPIS were beginning to put their foot down, have made the first change of the game in Robert Kafero off and Timothy Nduhuchiri on. As Solomon Agani slapped that ball backwards. I think he did. I think he didn't. Looked so close. But in the referee's eyes, it's only Jerome Tasiku who was unable to regather that ball. And so it's going to be a scrum feed for the iMPIS, for the Buffaloes rather, as the momentum now swings into the hands of the Buffaloes. Buffaloes shaping up to make use of all their backs, but it's looking more likely that the ball will be going out to the back to Juma Peter and then to Aaron Tuke or Gerard Sewankambo. And then to the back door to Aaron Tuke to make use of Aaron Atoke, his namesake, who has just come off the bench, has just come off the sin bin rather. Let's see what Liam Walker is going to do with this ball. Slow set. Daniel Katerega. Sewankambo now. Back inside to Juma Peter. That was a forward pass from Sewankambo. The iMPIS defense had stepped up early enough and quickly to catch iMPIS in front of the gain line. And they have forced that error. A training ground move. Not able to come through, as Liam Walker and Juma Peter just crossed paths. Medical break to allow the treatment of Philip Ita and John Mary Tamale before that scrum. And a good kick from Kennedy Muhumuza to bounce just in front of Juma Peter, who has been unconvincing today. He's able to find touch Muhumuza inside the Buffaloes territory, but without possession. Buffalo's third phase of play. Ivan Ojambo puts it to the bush. Jerome Tasiku needs to gather this and get back on his feet quickly. There's a player sailing in from the side in Aaron Atoke. But that was a high tackle from the two chasing backliners, Ivan Odiambo and Aaron Atoke. A quick reminder that as the score stands at 13-all, these two teams drew last season 3-3 in the first round and 8-8 in the second round. They seem to be enjoying the business of sharing points in the Premier League. Godfrey Ayebari finds Tamale has been a #1 recipient for the iMPIS lineouts. There's a player flying off his feet there. Martin Odong unable to maintain and stay in control of his own body weight. iMPIS were playing that quick ball. He was given away a penalty, which Liam Walker sends him to touch inside the 22. And what looked like iMPIS had finally gained the upper hand and the momentum in this game. Buffaloes have quickly swung it back into their hands. It's a 5-man line out. Solomon Agani, usually the go-to man. Yes, he is. The Buffaloes will need to bring him back to the floor as quickly as they can. Ball in the hands of Philip Ita now. But swung back and dropped on the floor by Daniel Katerega. It's a scrum, it's a maul penalty. For Ali Binding, I should be Ali Binding. That was a hand signal from Omar Balikanda. Aganish appeared to have been taken in the air there in the formation of that maul. And now yet again, the Buffaloes now look to get it going from the 5-meter line. This time it's a full 8-man line out. Solomon Agani back to Odoch Morgan. Odoch Morgan is at the back of the line out. Has he made his way over the whitewash? The iMPIS defense have stopped them. Douglas Musoke caught about 2 meters away. The ball is open. Has it been turned over by the iMPIS? Yes, they have. Strong defense. Emmanuel Katuntu to Henry Sekuye. And away. But straight into the hands of Juma Peter, who offloads to Aaron Atoke, and 2 inside steps. Beauty. What a try from Aaron Atoke. Juma Peter, fair contest between him and his outside number, David Dichiri. It was a poor exit kick from Henry Sekuye. Straight into the man's hands, and Peter offloads it to Aaron 2K, who just leaves the Impis defense for dead. What a try. And there is the Buffaloes captain Wilfred Seguya, being the 16th man that they need. And now Liam Walker to convert that beautiful try from Aaron 2K. Gives it a good hit. The direction is good, the power is good, and the flags have gone up. The Buffaloes lead by 20 points to 13 against the Impis. There's a sense of urgency now from the home team. Roy Kizito bring the ball back halfway for Henry Sekuye to restart. The Buffaloes defense have shaped up in their pods to the right. And Henry Sekuye sends it high. Ivan Ojambo in midfield is under it. Is tackled by the outside backs, Roy Kizito and Kennedy Muhumuza.
Unless they give you 1 million, they are buying you.
Now Liam Walker. It's a beautiful kick from Liam Walker. Manuel Segarani tracking from the back. Should have left it for David Dichiri, but he loses it forward. And Liam Walker latching onto it like Ivan Ojambo did for the first try of the game. It has been slapped out of his hands. 2 handling errors in quick succession means that the Buffaloes will be getting the feed in this scrimmage. Katerega has the Buffaloes back. Look for that scrum advantage, but it is not to be given by Umar Balikanda. Gerard Sewankambo. An unusual pass to him. Over to Liam Walker. That looked like it was a tackle around seatbelt tackle around Jerome Tasiko's neck area by Aaron Atoke, who is in yellow card trouble. And you can see the appeals being made by the Impis bench, led by TM Patrick and head coach Sebuliba. Eric Tolit has not been lucky every time he has been called by Umar Balikanda. Perhaps if Balikanda can remember that he already sent Atoke to the bin, maybe he will be lucky to get away with this. But perhaps the mitigating factor is that Jerome Tasiko was a bit low. He's trying to find stability. But there now have the 2 captains, Muhumuza and Tolit, trying to make their case known. Let's see which decision, after Tasiko has got medical attention, let's see which decision that will Omar Balikanda be taking after this lobbying, this unending lobbying from Tolit Jerome Tasiko. We'll be continuing with this game, but I do not think Atoke will be getting away with this one. Like the Baganda say, Atoke agendalye enkokoye. He's a lucky man today, Atoke, to have survived being sent off in this one. The ball bounces on the touchline just under Liam Walker's feet. But Timothy Tumwesije, the assistant referee, said it had already flown into touch outside the plane of the playing field. And so the lineout will be much more ahead outside the 22. Line out throw for the iMPIS. Straight into the hands of Solomon Agani, who speeds away after winning possession for the Buffaloes. Odoch Morgan, two-man tackle, but none able to keep him behind the gain line. Liam Walker, that crossfield kick to David Dichiri. David Dichiri throws a loose pass. The Buffaloes have gained free possession courtesy of David Dichiri. James Kedi. The iMPIS have been caught on the wrong side of that breakdown. Aaron Tuke now, the try scorer. Playing advantage, the Buffaloes. Daniel Katerega now, trying to force his way over, but he has been held up. And it's going to be a penalty for the Buffaloes. Gerard Sewankambo looking for that quick restart, but he has been held back by his own teammates. What do the forwards do? The ball is in the hands of Captain Eric Tolit. Philip Aita leading the consultations. The Buffaloes forwards have enough time to get that done as the medics attend to the players on the floor and the referees get a check and a quick conversation between themselves. Sauda Adiru, Uganda's most experienced referee, and now referee manager and training and education officer at the Uganda Rugby Union, with Umar Balikanda, one of the rising referees in the top flight here in Uganda. Buffaloes have made a couple of changes in this break. Daniel Katerega makes way for KD. And his first piece of action in this game will be to feed that ball and direct the play in this scrimmage. The Buffaloes have put Ivan Odhiambo at the back of that scrum in place of Douglas Musoke, who has had a bit of a tough game today. And the other change, of course, is in Levis Ochen, former Uganda Sevens international, out at the blindside wing. In the place of Ivan Odhiambo at the back of that scrum is Richard Mude, who has joined the midfield at 12, forcing Sewankambo to number 13. And the iMPIS have made a mess of that scrummage. They've forced an error and that penalty. Strong defense from that front row of Gabriel Mugabe, Godfrey Ayewari, and Amos Asimire. Of course, credit also goes out to the tight forwards, Daniel Wereba and Martin Odong, to get iMPIS out of jail as they trailed the Buffaloes by 7 points midway through the second half. Stolen by the Buffaloes. And they have advantage as well. For that high tackle, Solomon Agani on the quick restart, but he was off the mark. So what do the Buffaloes do in this case? Do you go for the corner or do you trust Liam Walker to go for the uprights? They opt for the corner. Camping even deeper inside the iMPIS territory. Another advantage for the Buffaloes. This time at that line out. Ivan Odiambo isolated and loses that ball in contact. They know they have the penalty advantage. And word goes around the pitch saying line out. So Aaron Tuke will be just pumping that into touch just maybe midway through the 22-meter territory. Buffalo slowly but steadily inching their way to the iMPIS try line. It's a 6+1, it's a 7+1 line out. And the maul is rolling, but the iMPIS defense have been very smart. Not binding after that maul has been formed. And it ends up in an obstruction. Very good awareness from the defense. But then also very good call from the ref, Umar Balikanda. You know, when you're a weaker team, you can afford to be smart in some situations. And one of the best ways is to save energy. Do not contest in that maul, and you will have the penalty. And that's exactly what the iMPIS pack did. Pius Imposa from the back of the scrum. To Henry Sekuye. He has men on the outside. He should have used them, but kicks it straight to Juma. He's not able to gather, knocks it backwards, and it's gathered by Roy Kizito. Needs to be released. Edmond Wire now. Daniel Wereba. Tammy pass and carry into contact. Back on the inside, Edmond Wire calling the shots in the midfield, and now David Dichiri to Roy Kizito. Strong tackle from Juma Peter. He came from the blind side, but is not released after making that tackle. Pius Imposa on the pick. Second point of contact. This time Gerard Sewankambo not supporting his own body weight, and iMPIS get that free penalty. But what a tackle from Juma Peter on Roy Kizito, who had been having the upper hand in this contest between the two wingers. What a tackle. Juma Peter finally getting that much needed equalizer against Roy Kizito. But iMPIS are looking for the equalizer on the scoreboard, beginning with this line out feed. It's a 5-man line out, goes to the back to John Tamale. Beautiful throw. Long pass out wide now to Henry Sekuye. Back inside to Roy Kizito. Emmanuel Sediamane. That's a high tackle from Duhuchire. Referee says play on Gabriel Mugabe. Tip on to Amos Asimire. Bumps of Philip Aita, but loses that ball in contact and it's gathered by Solomon Agani. Odoch Morgan now. Gabriel Mugabe, was that a high contact? Appears to have been, but that should be a penalty, I think, for the high contact, but the referee says no advantage gained by the Buffaloes. Ball lost forward by Amos Asimire, who is on his knees. Must have been a hard tackle he received there. Yeah, let's take another look at it. Oof, that was tough. Compared to last weekend, it hasn't been the busiest of days for Jane Mugisha, the Makere iMPIS team doctor. Buffalo's senior side Heathens took too many casualties against iMPIS. But today she's just only been soothing the pain from the heavy contact, but not many players needing further or more serious medical attention. KD to Liam Walker. Liam Walker, cross kick out wide. They've identified their man in David Dichiri. Not able to gather as that ball stayed in the playing field. Yes, it has, and Dichiri now making amends after losing that ball. He gained some ground with that carry. Henry Sekuye, long pass out wide to Emmanuel Sediamane beyond the gain line. Edmond Wire now the backliner, standing fly off, taking the role of a front row forward. Emmanuel Sediamane not releasing, says Omar Balikanda. And the Dutch Morgan on that quick restart needs to do it at the mark. The contact is getting heavier by the day, and Philip Aita now needs medical attention after that heavy tackle that he made on Amos Asimire. We shall see a change at the front row. Jimmy, or rather Abdul Chiyimba, is going to be coming on for the Buffaloes. iMPIS are running out of time if they are going to get maximum points from this game. Looks like they might be settling for the losing bonus point or the draw today. As Abdul Chiyimba makes his way across the pitch onto the playing field for his first involvement in the game, he'll need to throw a clean line out. Another change for iMPIS, this time in the second row. It's Edward Eriaku on for Martin Odong. Chiyimba's lineup goes straight to Solomon Agani. There were hands in that breakdown, but the referee has not seen as it was on the other edge. Pius Impoza pumps it back, tries to split the backs, but it's gathered by Levis Ochen, carrying strong and hard, and tackled by Kennedy Muhumuza. There's a fast man at that breakdown. Has he earned the right for that turnover? No, he hasn't. Eric Tolit to Ivan Odiambo, brought down by Sediamane. Odoch Morgan has many men on his outside, does not use them. It's loose and out to Juma Peter. John Tamale will be forcing him into touch. But the iMPIS have got that penalty for holding on Gabriel Mugabe. Penalty for obstruction. Gabriel Mugabe making that cross-covering tackle. The front row has worked hard in this game. More changes for the Buffaloes. Agassi on for Agani. The loose forward, the go-to man at the line-out. This season has been a season for the skinny men in the line-out. Humphrey, Tashovia and Humphrey all out now for Black Pirates and Cobs respectively. John Tamale for Impis. And Agani, who has had a very good game in this one. John Tamale, that ball didn't look straight. Scrum feed for the Buffaloes as they look to walk this game home, walk the win back home to Chadondo. Juma Peter backdoor to Liam Walker. He has Levis Ochen and Juma Peter on his outside. Levis Ochen going alone, cutting back inside, tackled, clean tackle around the bootlaces by Kennedy Muhumuza. Pick and drive beyond the gain line by Agassi. Eric Tolit to Odoch Morgan, cuts back inside. Is stopped in his tracks by Daniel Wereba. Back to the blind side now. Ochen again. Held up by Kennedy Mahomes and then to the floor. Daniel Wereba is down on the floor. He will need medical attention. He's writhing in pain. And the Buffaloes and Impis medics rush to his rescue and to give him some of that much needed medical attention. Ivan Odiambo with the ball at his feet. Feeds it to James Cady. Edmond Wire making those strong tackles, but Adoch Morgan is able to break free. And break free he does from two other tacklers. Takes a party to bring him down. Liam Walker in the pocket going for that high up and under. Roy Kizito under 8. Jerome Tasiko calls for it. It's taken in the air. That's reckless from Juma Peter, who will feel the entire frustration of the iMPIS captain. Jerome Tasiko has been a recipient of very reckless tackles from the iMPIS backliners, from the Buffaloes backliners. Not that it is justified, but it is understandable when you are not happy with that action. And after all those frustrations and appeals and calls to be left to fight outside the regulations of the game, Juma Peter will certainly be going to the bin. He will be lucky if he gets just yellow. That's as reckless as can get. Flips him beyond the horizontal, and is very lucky that Tasiko lands on his hips, but could have been much, much worse. We remember Aaron Atoke was sent to the bin early in the first half for the same exact infringement, and it is a red card. Second infringement of the same kind, this time by the other winger. Juma Peter will be facing a citation from the citation committee at the end of this game. The red card for that reckless tackle on Jerome Tasiko. Not sure if Tasiko will be able to continue with this game. But Buffalo's discipline today has been below standard, and not just in the way the game is played, but as regards player safety. But let's see if with these few remaining minutes, if iMPIS can make advantage, can take advantage and get back in this game. Aaron 2K. Another sidestep. Brings Buffaloes back to the 22. Kennedy Mahomes, or rather John Tamale, is the first at that breakdown and earns the turnover. Pius Mpoza with the quick restart. Straight into Somesa, who has lost it forward. Emmanuel Katonto selling dummies for fun. And then the offload. Henry Sekuye to Roy Kizito. Strong carry into Liam Walker. iMPIS have the advantage. Henry Sekuye now. Back to the blind side. Edmond Wire getting a fair share of the action to Godfrey Ayebare. The small man packs a heavy punch. Buffalo's trying to contest at that breakdown. The defense has shaped up. Wire long ball out wide, an attempted intercept by Liam Walker will surely be earning him a yellow card. Yes, it does. I've seen Liam Walker score such a try before. I remember in the Buffaloes, in the Entebbe Sevens last year, when he latched onto a Paul Bagota pass in the third place playoff in the second circuit of last season 7 series. He raced away to score under the uprights, but today he has not been able to get his hands on the ball. So the Buffaloes have been reduced to 13 men, and IMPIS fans cannot stay seated. It's late in the game, but the chance is theirs to take. If they can score, they cannot just come close into this game. They can level matters. IMPIS making maximum use of the width of the pitch. The scrum at the edge on the left side. What a scrum. But Mpoza is able to retain possession. The forwards getting to work. Manuel Omona. There's hands at that. There's hands in the breakdown. Edmond Wire. Long ball out wide to Henry Sekuye. Henry Sekuye has 3 men on his outside. Kennedy Muhumuza. To Alan Chagulanyi. And the penalty has been given away for holding on. Levis Ochen earns the turnover and probably the match-winning moment for the Buffaloes. He quick starts. He's isolated, looking for options. Caught in no man's land, but able to move an inch forward. Advantage for the high tackle. And now to Huchire. IMPIS have failed to make it count. That 2-man advantage, they say. Levis Ochen, what a man, an impact player off the bench today. And Aaron Tuke will be going for touch. That's a good kick deep inside the 22 territory. And you can see just at the touchline, you can see Captain Wilfred Seguya cheering with all his life. He knows that with the score, as it stands, they have the win. But another score, they could walk away with maximum points. And to put the final nail in the coffin, deny IMPIS the losing bonus point. Abdul Chiimba, not the best of lineouts, but it is gathered by the man called Musomesa into the hands of Eric Tolit at the back of that mall. Now Odoch Morgan. Odoch Morgan to the blind side. David Dichiri holds him up. Is that a try? Yes, it is. Jubilation for the visiting fans. You can see the joy in the camp of the Buffaloes. And there's Odiambo trading some banter with the IMPIS fans, saying, "You've been too loud today, but we've got away with the win." What a result from the Buffaloes. They have silenced the home fans here at the graveyard. We could say, as expected, the graveyard is silent. Unbelievable scenes here. The Buffaloes have silenced the IMPIS, and Aaron Tuke's kick is pitch perfect. The flags go up in the last piece of action at the graveyard. IMPIS made hay while the sun shone. At the start of the season, they went 5 games unbeaten, but have since lost 2 on the bounce to Chadondo sides. First Heathens last weekend, a 55-10 painful defeat, and today a 27-13 loss at the hands of the Buffaloes in their own backyard. It is full time, and the party can begin for the visiting fans and head scratching for the home fans. Thanks for joining us here on Kawawa Sports. Thanks for staying with us in this live broadcast of the NILE Special Rugby Premier League.